You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Kyle's new fixation and Mariah being terrorized. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got predictions for Phyllis and Kane, for Kyle and Holden, for Ian and Mariah, for Daniel and Tessa, and also for Noah. If you are not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's jump right in with our very first prediction. Phyllis and Kane heat up. Monday spoilers for Y&R have Phyllis spiraling as she crashes Christine's bachelorette party, and Phyllis tears into her. Then she lies to Danny and says the bug was being cruel to her. Tuesday spoilers have Phyllis betting on something risky and Kane trying to make things right with Devon. Thursday, Kane is caught off guard by Phyllis in Young and the Restless spoilers. And on Friday, Kane reaches an understanding with Phyllis. So I suspect Kane and Phyllis get much closer soon. And my prediction is I think she and Kane may agree to some no strings attached secret sexcapades. So nobody knows and nobody hassles them, but they've got an outlet for their stress. Phyllis has very few people in her life who care about her, nobody to date, nobody to get sexy with. Kane's in the same boat. He's been rejected by Lily. He's at rock bottom, taking heat. He's the town pariah. We had a moment the other day when Phyllis and Kane almost kissed after they were bickering about the AI and their personal reputations being so bad. So I do think we're about to see a lot more sizzle with Phyllis and Kane. This latest thing with Danny and Christine's wedding and the stuff that was said about Phyllis being crazy and unable to keep a relationship going is hitting her hard. And I think Red needs a pressure release. Same goes for Kane, because you know Devon is not going to forgive him. And Kane may come out of that conversation feeling so much worse about himself. So I suspect Phyllis and Kane start sleeping together soon with an agreement that there's no pressure, no commitment, no feelings. Plus, I'm sure Phyllis thinks she can make Kane fall in love with her if she decides that's what she wants later. And you never know, maybe it'll make Lily jealous. Our second prediction, Kyle is fixated and stalking Holden now. Thursday, Young and the Restless spoilers have Kyle searching for dirt on Holden. He is spying on him and Sienna when Claire shows up and asks what he's doing. And Kyle says the question is, what's Holden doing and with whom? The thing is, Claire already knows exactly who that is. So Friday spoilers have Kyle trying to get info out of Sienna, obviously about Holden. So Kyle is full on stalking Holden next week. He's determined to prove to Claire that her new LA tour guide Holden is no good and Claire should just stop it and come home with Kyle. So this week, even though Claire is telling him, you know, don't do this, lay off, I think Kyle is going to continue to dig for dirt on Holden. He's grilling Sienna for any info on him, especially about Holden's possible dirty history that he can use against the guy. I don't think Sienna is going to help Kyle out that way. And I think he may try to uncover what Holden and Audra were doing in Los Angeles, just any sort of dirt that Kyle can bring back to Claire to show her how bad Holden is so she will get back with him instead. I don't think Kyle knows that Holden has actually been pretty upfront with Claire. He hasn't told her everything, but Holden told her he and Audra did some stuff that wasn't exactly legal, and he doesn't want her to see him differently. You know, I think if we're being real, he's been more honest than Kyle towards Claire about his secrets. And don't forget, Claire has a dark past herself. You know, I don't think she's going to judge. She and her Aunt Jordan tried to kill all the Newmans. So I do think Claire may give Kyle an ultimatum and tell him, get lost, kick rocks, go back to Genoa City, leave me alone, stop stalking Holden. This is none of Kyle's business. That's the bottom line. Our third prediction, Mariah is taunted by not so dead Ian. Wednesday, Young and the Restless spoilers say Mariah has to face her past. That's the same day that Ray Weiss returns as Ian Ward on October the 22nd. So Mariah being confronted by her past and Ian Ward being back, you know, maybe it's a hallucination, maybe it's a nightmare, but since we all know he's alive, I suspect Ian might actually follow her to the treatment facility. He might have even trailed Tessa there. And, you know, Mariah is in Boston looking for help, and Ian may show up and taunt and torment her. Ian could pretend to be another patient, a doctor, an orderly. Mariah thinks Ian's dead. Everybody does. So Mariah may think she's going crazy when she sees Ian and thinks he is a hallucination or a ghost or something. Mariah already thinks she's having a psychotic break, so seeing Ian back from the dead may really make her and the doctors think that she needs to up her meds. So I do wonder if Ian shows up and then leaves, or if he's going to keep showing up to torment Mariah, because that seems more like him. And I love when Ray Wise is on, so I'm very excited about this. Our fourth prediction, Daniel rejects Tessa. Tuesday, Young and the Restless spoilers have Tessa making a bold move. And this week, Daniel catches her when Tessa stumbles going upstairs at the GCAC. Daniel catches her, and then Tessa kisses him. Wednesday, Y&R spoilers say Daniel makes a difficult choice. So after that big rejection from her wife Mariah in Boston, Tessa is feeling heartsick. Looks like she might have a few too many to drink at the GCAC, and she's upset at Mariah, and then there's all the booze in her system. So she kisses Daniel, and Tessa might want to take things further, take it upstairs, you know, to hit the mattress. But Daniel truly cares about Tessa. He has feelings for her. I don't think Daniel will want to take advantage of Tessa in this state. I mean, I think he'd want her to have a clear head if they ever do get intimate. So Daniel may gently reject Tessa, even though he doesn't really want to. I'm pretty sure turning her down is the hard choice that Daniel makes this week. Our fifth and final prediction, Trouble follows Noah back to Genoa City. Wednesday, Young and the Restless spoilers have Nick and Sharon worrying about Noah's health after the accident and the surgery, and he's got pressure on his brain, possible brain damage. Thursday, Y&R spoilers have Nick meeting with Sienna looking for answers, and Claire goes up to see Sharon at the hospital to check on Nick. So I suspect Nick and Sharon are going to bring Noah back to Genoa City either while he's still in the coma or when he wakes up and can be transported, but while he's still, you know, undergoing this medical crisis from the car crash. I don't think they're going to want him to stay in LA, and the casting news indicates Lucas Adams will be seen in Genoa City on November 4th. So he is going to be transported back to Wisconsin. Is it Wisconsin or is it Illinois? Anyway, up north. So it seems that Noah's medical crisis continues. Sharon and Nick are going to want their son close to the family, but I suspect trouble is going to follow Noah, Nick, and Sharon back home because someone wants Noah dead. It's Wisconsin. It's Days of Our Lives that's in Illinois. That's where Salem is. I get my soaps mixed up because I watch 5, you guys. So anyway, I think that whoever wants Noah dead is going to follow him back to Genoa because they didn't succeed and they may try and finish the job. The good news is Victor's crack security team is in Genoa City, you know, the ones that let all the psychos onto the property to burn things down. So we'll see how safe he is once he's back home.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.